Hello, YTPC, and happy Independence Day. Let's see if I can get this lit. I think I packed it correctly. Maybe, maybe not. Please bear with me. I am smoking, if I can ever get this going. I'm smoking Papa Bear Gary's Burley morning pipe. I forgot how I won it, but I've been waiting for a chance to smoke it. And this is a good opportunity, and I haven't done a video in a while. So so I got rid of all these unnecessary files in my phone to have the room to record this video. Don't we all feel lucky? Excuse me. Okay. Happy July 4th, 2024. Hmm. Hmm. I can see why Gary likes this. It's very good. Well, it's pretty quiet here on Independence Day. Just across the way, we have they have a built-in pool there, and it's a circular one, not like a in the ground one, but it's a circular concrete pool. And they had it built like 3 or 4 years ago, and they use it often. So hey, good on them. But they're right through the trees. My husband is just 5 feet away from me, just sort of dozing after our July 4th potato salad lunch. Yeah, I'm talking too much and it's going out. Damn it. Anyway, today's theme was acts of kindness and how much they mean, how much they can mean, and especially if you don't really expect it. We always tend to see everyday life is very, very hurried. We have to get from point A to point B. We have to do our shopping, get this errand done, blah, 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 blah. There's no time to barely even think, never mind be kind to a stranger or display a bit of grace to a stranger, just common courtesy. Um, Excuse me. Give you a good example. When someone holds the door open for you, I try to do the same thing. Like I'm coming home from a trip, and I just want to get to my car, hit the elevator. I'm going through the door, and someone's rushing. And I'm like, oh, okay, hold the door open for them because it's a nice thing to do. That way they don't have to It shows that you actually care about their presence somewhat, doing a little act of kindness. And sometimes, yeah, the kind thing is not always the easy things. The kind thing is sometimes an inconvenient thing, but you do it because, well, hopefully you're a decent person, or you try to be a decent person. No, not now. Excuse me. Beg your pardon. Or another good example is when someone lets you buy in a car. It's like the traffic's coming, and you're like, and then finally someone after the fifth or sixth, seventh, eighth, 10th car, they finally let you go, and you're grateful for it. So you wave thank you. It's the decent thing. It's gratitude because they didn't have to do that. There's no law that said they had to let you go, but they they gave you a bit of grace. They yielded a little bit and gave you a chance so you could get on your own merry way and get on with your own life. And that's a kindness. And it's those little things that are very, very special. Excuse me. I don't think I let this dry out enough, but that's okay. A few puffs here and there, I'll be fine. Um, kindness on A little kindness on YouTube. Um, Pork Chop Piper. He doesn't post very often, but he's a matching military man set with Armchair Piper, a fellow Armchair Piper, and Pork Chop Piper are both Navy men. And you can kind of tell the way they carry themselves. Armchair Piper says the smoking lamp is lit. And of course, Pork Chop Piper tells us a lot of his stories when he was stationed on a submarine. Great stories, too. Anyway, Pork Chop Piper calls the YTP his shipmates. And when he explained what he meant about that ship, we're all in the same boat together. We all have to look after each other. We're shipmates. If I refer to you as my shipmate, then that means it's a sense of camaraderie, a sense of fellowship, a sense of giving a crap a little bit. And I really like that. So once upon a time, I wrote on his I answered one of his videos. Great video. Thank you for the stories. I agree with this point or that point or whatever. And so thanks for sharing. Thanks for posting. And he responded to me. And thank you for watching, shipmate. And it's a small thing, but it meant a lot to me. A small kindness. And we always talk about these big acts of altruism, that we're supposed to go out and change the world for the better, donate billions of dollars. It would be nice if we could all do that, if that's how money could be channeled and everything like that. But I guess I'm going to bring up a quote from Gandalf in one of the, I think it was the first Hobbit movie. I think it was taken from one of the Unfinished Tales, I think. Excuse me. I think it was adapted from one of the Unfinished Tales where he's having that, the conference between Saruman, Galadriel, and him. And basically he says that it's not just acts of great power and great magic that keep the good in here of the world. It's the small acts of kind, decent people and beings, like the hobbits, like Bilbo, that keep the darkness at bay. And I think that was. Mm-mm-mm. Did I lose it? Did I lose it? Excuse me. And I think that was Professor Tolkien's whole point. I mean, yeah, sure. It must be great to like get into politics or be a lawyer or like be a solid pillar of the community that, where a kind act affects hundreds, if not thousands of people. And unfortunately, a lot of times people will do that for the attention of showing that they're doing good. Like, you see a lot of influencers will do that. Like, I bought a hamburger for this homeless man right outside the grocery store. And they want to, of course, take a picture of themselves, like handing this guy the hamburger just to show what a great citizen they are. Well, if you really wanted to do good, you wouldn't be using it as a photo op. You just do it and not expect thanks for it. If you really want to be I don't know, if your kindness came from a very genuine, humble place, you wouldn't have to like make it a photo op, for example. But just small, almost anonymous acts of kindness. That's the stuff I try to practice. Like I had to go shopping today. It's July 4th, and I wasn't sure if Market Basket was open. Market Basket is a working class sort of supermarket, and when it's crowded, it can be really psycho. It wasn't too crowded this morning, but I decided to, like, as they say, pack my patience, as they say to holiday travelers now online. But so I went. It was pretty well. No one really irritated me, and if someone did, I tried to like not show it that much, because we are sort of all in the same boat together. So if someone decides to poison the pool with a nasty attitude, we all feel it. We all take that on board. So believe me, I'm no Pollyanna. You know, I'm no cheerful cheerleader, slogan, bubbly, perky, uplifter of all positivity. Um, I guess you could say I'm a salty New Englander. And by the way, I'm glad Ina's dad had a good time up in Maine. He just saw his video where he was like, "Oh yeah, I went up there." He's a southern boy, and he came up there. I was expecting everyone to be yelling at me and cussing me out while I was driving. Everyone up here is pretty polite, so I'm glad that New England was able to show him courtesy that he didn't think existed up here. I think that New Englanders are a little more taciturn, a little more. Or in the South, it's like, "Hey y'all." New England is reluctant to give you. Well, they're going to be friendly, yes, but they're not going to be all, "Hey, let's be friends for the rest of our lives" type friendly type thing. But yeah, I'm glad he had his one of his notions disabused. I'm going to try and light this up again. And really, that's all I wanted to say. I'm glad all you folks are out there on YouTube. Trying to catch up with whoever and however possible. Just watched Papa Bear's video today. Our British cousins are having their election overseas, or their general election overseas today on July 4th, which is weird sort of symmetry. But I just said, hey, go out and vote, guys. Voting is something you don't ever want to take for granted. And who knows, one day, a lot of people don't have the chance to vote, don't have a voice. So go and vote. However you're voting, go and vote. That's all. That's all I want to say. Gary, this early morning pipe is very good. Believe it or not, this is my first proper time trying it. Next time I try it, I'm going to let it dry out a little bit. And also, for July 4th, I wanted to make sure I was doing an all-American, red-blooded American corncob pipe, Missouri Meerschaum. It can't get much more red, white, and blue and rustic USA than that. So, take care, folks. Good to see you. I'll speak to you soon. I'm going to try and get these videos out a little more timely in a prompt manner. All the best.